Yo, what's going on, guys? Welcome back to my channel, and yeah, it's time for another season tier list, and this time it's season 7. And before I start, I want to say I made this tier list with the help of a couple of subscribers, so thanks to everybody that participated. And this is from a dual perspective, and it's meant for PC. I also took consoles into consideration, but there might be some differences between console and PC. So please don't rate me in the comment sections if it's different than on console. But yeah, it's again my personal opinion. Yours can differ from mine. That's no problem. But yeah, I hope you guys are gonna enjoy. And without further ado, let's jump right into it. First of all, we're gonna start with the D tier list. And yeah, to no surprise, that's my man Shigoki, or Fat Hippo as I like to call him. And nothing has changed since season 6. Shigoki is still in the D tier list. Demon's Embrace is almost impossible to get, after the guard break changes in season 6. He has predictable mix-up. It's gonna be really hard for you to get a Demon's Embrace, unless the other guy is gonna fall asleep while fighting you. And the only thing you need to really watch out when fighting a Shigoki is watch out for his hyper armor. And yeah, moving on to the C tier list. You guys probably noticed, I moved Aramusha to the C tier list. A lot of people complained, that he's actually not that bad. In hindsight, I have to agree, he's not as bad as Shigoki, so I moved him up to the C tier list, and the reason is he's got good mix-ups, but he only has one reliable or unreliable opener. But his attacks are easy to block, so turtles are gonna have an easy time fighting him. But yeah, Aramusha can do very good against some other characters like Gladiator, for example, but against turtles and anybody that's basically playing really defensively, he's gonna have a hard time. And next onto the C tier list, nothing has changed from my man Raider. His slow attacks and predictable mix-ups, they're easy to parry or to dodge. He doesn't have any hyper armor to compensate for the lack of speed in his attacks. So basically, throwing any light attack is going to stop him in his track. Now moving on to the Centurion in the B tier list, he has variable timed heavy attacks, which can be used, to mix up attacks and play mind games with your opponent. He relies heavily on parries and gets a guaranteed heavy after every parry, whether it's a light or a heavy. But since he relies on parries, he's actually struggling against turtles. Next up is Warlord, probably one of my favorite characters next to Raider. But yeah, the boy does have only a very few mix-ups, heavy into heavy or light into heavy. And yeah, basically that's it, However, he gets a free zone attack after every heavy parry, so once you get a heavy parry, do use the zone attack, but you just need to get the timing right. A lot of people consider Warlord annoying to fight because of the headbutt spam, and I get it. But think of it this way, guys. Warlord doesn't have a lot. He doesn't have any mix-ups, and the only opener he has basically is his headbutt. But yeah, he can still hold his own, and that's why Warlord is in B tier. And still in B tier list is Nobushi. Her hidden stance allows her to evade most of the attacks, so she's a very good defensive hero. Nobushi doesn't really have a lot of mix-ups, and in order to, open up somebody, she has to get that light attack in, which is kinda hard because her light attacks are pretty easy to parry or to block. The only way for her to open up an opponent is by getting a light attack in and then using the kick afterwards. And that is the reason why Nobushi struggles a lot against defensive players. And yeah, the last one in the B tier list is Lawbringer. And not much has changed since season 6, and he's basically still the same. He gets 50 damage with both heavy and light parries, so that's quite a lot. And yeah, shot one block is easily dodged or rolled away. Moving on to the A tier list, nothing has changed for Shaman. Shaman has still good offense, quick dodge attacks, high damage with bleed effects, and the possibility to heal herself with the bite. So yeah, be careful guys, don't get bitten by a Shaman. And yeah, next one up is Shinobi on my tier list, and nothing has changed for him. He still has the best mobility in the game, and Yeah, that's why he most of the time shuts down any offensive player in the game. As soon as you try and attack, he's out of the way, and that's why he's also called Safe Boy. And next one up is Highlander. Highlander's pretty strong now, especially if he's in offensive form. He can cancel his Celtic Curse into offensive form. He can move into offensive form from a light attack. He has very good mix-up. His kick into caber toss mix-up is a great out of stamina punish, but it's also very good when you're not out of stamina. A lot of people get caught by it, and you really gotta be careful when fighting Highlander, unless you want to get grabbed by him. Gladiator. Yeah, I moved Gladiator from the S tier because, yeah, I may have overdone it a bit, you know. Maybe I was a bit too biased when it comes to Gladiator, but he is still strong. He still has the best zone attack in game. He has a lot of tools to open up a turtle, a lot of unblockables, and he has very good mix-ups, but he kind of struggles against other assassins, you know, due to the poor reflex guard, which I mentioned in my last video. But if you can move your thumbs around quickly enough, or your mouse, this guy is pretty strong. And next one up is Peacekeeper. I moved up from S tier just because of the nerf that she received on her damage. It doesn't really inflict that much damage to the character because its character is still very good. She probably still has one of the fastest zone attacks in the game. And a soft feint into dagger cancel now gives her some bleed damage as well, and that can stack up. And unfortunately, she's still a very good defensive character. And just like Peacekeeper, I moved Orochi down to the A tier list. The reason for that is he doesn't have any unblockables. And yes, he has fast counter attacks and chains. He has 400 millisecond light attacks and has a very safe zone attack and good mix-ups. But the reason I moved him down here is just because he doesn't have any unblockables. So he might end up struggling against a turtle, but I think the speed compensates for it. And now moving on to the last one in this list, and she moved quite up a way, considered by a lot of people to be D tier, but myself C tier, is Valkyrie. She's now in the A tier list, and she has a lot of combos. She has a lot of mix-ups now. She can basically go from light into a heavy, from a heavy into a light. Yeah, there's no end to her combos now. And any combo can be finished up with a sweep, and if it lands, it guarantees you a 35 damage heavy. The most important change for Valkyrie now is the soft feint into a shield bash with a guaranteed light. And her attacks are pretty easy to block. And the sweep is easily accessible, but it's also very easy to dodge. Moving on to the S tier list, now here's someone that I totally messed up and I moved into A tier in the previous video. I'm going to correct this one now, and it's Kensei. Kensei is probably one of the strongest characters in the game right now. He has very good mix-ups that allows a player to cancel attacks basically into anything, from a heavy into a light, from a light into a heavy, and so on. He has very good damage and a few openers like the Pummel Strike, which guarantees him a light attack, and he has a top heavy unblockable finisher that can be cancelled into basically anything again. And yeah, next one up is Berserker. Nothing changed for this guy. He has very good mix-ups with unblockable heavy finishes. He has high damage output, high pro armor on 400 millisecond light attacks. Yes, you heard me right. 400 millisecond light attacks with high pro armor on them. And basically matches up great against anyone. And the newest addition to the S tier list is Warden. No surprise. I don't think that's a surprise to anybody right now. He's very strong. If not, maybe one of the strongest characters right now. But his strongest weapon right now definitely is the variable timings on the shoulder bash, which means he can cancel his shoulder bash at any given moment and start it up again. So that's why a lot of people are getting caught by this charged shoulder bash now. He has a top heavy unblockable finisher that can be accessed at any point during the fight, from a zone attack, heavy, or whatever. Probably one of the strongest characters in the game right now, and probably top of the food chain, is Conqueror. Conqueror has a strong defense and strong offense. The different shield bash timings are a pain in the ass, and it's really annoying to fight him. especially against somebody who's just spamming the shield bash. He has a very good zone, which is also his greatest defense, and has very good mix-ups. And let's not forget the side dodge shield bash as well. Yeah, this character basically has no weaknesses. And he's probably one of the scariest characters when you're out of stamina. You definitely don't want to go out of stamina when you're fighting a Conqueror. Please keep in mind, guys, that this is mostly my personal opinion. Yours can differ from mine. Be gentle to me in the comment section. Comment down below, let me know what you guys think. Comment down below, let me know what you guys think. Did I mess up the tier list? Do you agree? Do you disagree? Why do you disagree? Would you change something? And yeah, if you guys enjoyed the video, make sure you leave a like, comment down below. It helps my channel a lot. And if it's not too much to ask, subscribe, and I'll see you guys in my next video.